Well, good evening. It's still Monday, 9/8/17, something like that. I just left Wichita. I'm probably about an hour outside of Wichita. And I'm here in a cattle ranch called Flint Hills. And they got, just right here off the main turnpike, just this little viewing area of their land. But the reason why I stopped here, I've been wanting to stop here. I come up here all the time, I've been wanting to stop here. But this place is beautiful. And these people pretty much own as far as your eyes can see. I couldn't tell you how many acres are here. I don't know. See, we don't see this kind of stuff around here because most people around here might have 100, 200, maybe 300 acres, tops. I know you folks out there in Texas, them people out there own miles and miles of land. But around here, they just don't. So years ago, when the turnpike out here was built, and so they actually own over here across the highway too. Let me walk over here real quick. Years ago, to get from Kansas City up here to Wichita, you had to take this back road. It was like 45, 55 mile an hour. It was long and boring. But now they opened up this turnpike here years ago, and they cut straight across this man's land. So they paid good money for that. And all that field you see over there, as far as you can see, belongs to Flint Hills. There's a trucker over there relaxing, resting. They got a little bridge here you can go across on it. But this is a big old cattle farm. This is what this place is. Could you imagine owning this kind of land? Trying to take care of all these cows and the pasture itself, doing the fences and all that? That'd be a full-time job. So I'm sure whoever it is, the cowboys, where they want to come that take care of all that, they probably just bring a sleeping bag and sleep out here on the ground somewhere. If you see here, I'm sorry, I'm right in the sun. There's nothing I can do about it. But you see there, that's the big old cattle pen. Where they come right off the highway and load them up and they'll take them out of here or bring them here. But I wanted to show you this. And the other reason why is, since I just left Wichita, in this video, I talked to my buddy Brian, who watches my channel, that works up here in Wichita. You guys have seen him in one of my other videos. Anyway, he was going to meet me up here in Wichita, and we were just going to shoot the breeze with each other for a few minutes. Well, I made it all the way up here to Wichita. I was right in town, and he called me and said he just got a call and he couldn't meet me. He had a car with a ball joint broke in it. So I asked him where it was at, and he gave me the address. I was only like 5 minutes from him. I said, well, I'll just come over there. I come over there and I recorded him doing his job. And I let the owner of the car know what I was doing. He was a really nice guy. If I remember, his name is Tony. Tony, don't forget to tell your sister thank you. I wish I'd recorded that little conversation after we were done. But his sister was in the Navy. And if I remember right, she was in there for like 20 years. And she retired. And she was a drill sergeant for many years. So, his sister is not the lady to be fooling with. Because if you put your hands on her, she'll probably light you up quick. But Tony, thank you, brother. Tell your sister I said thank you. So anyway, when you see this video, like I said in the video, different towns, different situations, different laws, different rules. Everybody does things a little different. And one day I hope to have the money where I can just travel and go meet some other tow truck drivers across the country and record what they do. Because in all honesty, tow truck drivers are the unsung heroes out here. Everybody celebrates the cops, everybody celebrates the fire department, the people in the armed services. My hats are off to you guys. It's like everybody else that does out here to work for the public. But when it comes to tow truck drivers, people just think real bad about us until you need us. And then when you need us, we're the best thing in town. And I ran across a picture, which I'm going to show you up here. It'll be on the main picture. I don't remember exactly what it says, but it's pretty much the honest truth. See, here for the company, you know, the insurance company that I work for, we do classes. Now you hear about cops dying, you hear about fire department, fire officers, fire department guys dying. So nature of the beast doing their jobs. Now if you add up every year, for every cop and every firefighter that died for the year, tow truck drivers double that amount of numbers. But you know, we don't get recognized for anything. Nothing. And most of the time when they get killed, when the tow truck driver gets killed out on the highway, nobody gets charged for it. There's a case right up here in Kansas City. Family owned and ran business for generations. Their son was out working and a car came up and hit him and killed him. They called it an accident. The guy walked away and never got charged. I'll never forget that. And that's the owner of GT Tow. And since then they have been spending lots of dollars lobbying and trying to get the laws changed. But like I say, go easy. My buddy Brian, good guy. On one other point, you'll always learn something at your job. If you keep your eyes open and your mind open and don't close it off, you will learn something. And Mr. Bryant showed me something today. A tool that they use to do some of their work. And I told him back in the day, you know, years ago, we used to just take people's stuff off their tow trucks. That's how tow truck drivers got their equipment. And I told him if he turned his back, I was going to take it. But you know, Brian was smarter than that. He didn't turn his back because I'd have put it on my truck. So I'm going to have to get me one of those. So please be kind when you're watching the video. Brian's a good guy. He works his butt off. And for the company he's on a 24-hour rotation. I used to do that years ago. I ain't doing it no more. And he's on call for the roadside, for whatever else I got going on. But like I said, could you imagine owning all this land? Be nice, wouldn't it? Hell, it'd be nice just have a little section of it. You know, they say there's nothing neat to see in Kansas, but I hate to tell you this, there's a lot of good stuff in Kansas. All right, guys, I appreciate it. You guys have a good day. Thank you. Since I did that little video there where I was standing there by the cataract, I have been driving for a while now. And I'm still in Flint Hills, called out here at the Great Plains. Let's see if we can get this to make out here when we get up here. See that? There's a house way over there. Anyway, when I got back in the truck a little bit earlier, I looked it up. 25,733 acres. What is it? Yeah. Can you imagine having that kind of land? There's some cows right there. I don't know if you can see them or not. I'm trying to drive her into a camera too. But I'm still driving on this piece of land. Like I said, I just couldn't imagine doing that kind of work here. Couldn't imagine it. You know, these people are getting paid with the cows they got on the land. There's cell phone towers, radio towers, all kinds of communications on this land. So you know these people are getting paid. Sorry about the noise, you know, there ain't that much I can do about it here. But this place is humongous. Getting ready to come up on one of the towers now. Let's see if we can get her to zoom in. you know when they put that on your land, they're paying you good money for that nonsense. And I'm sure it's not a one-time deal. Anyway, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of information on it. Thank you. What's going on, bud?
We're literally going to pick it up and set it right in that driveway. He pulled right out of his driveway and it busted.
Oh boy, and he put a jack under it trying to work on it, didn't he?
Well, I think he's just trying to put it up there to support a little bit. I'm going to get that tire off. I was going to try to push it to the side, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I like that.
A good friend of mine, Donald.
Hey, bud, how you doing?
Rocky. Nice to meet you.
Mr. Rocky, I'll be recording all this today.
Yeah, sure. Go
for
for
training purposes and stuff. You can watch it later on YouTube if you'd like.
Yeah, awesome. Go for it.
I'm gonna grab out my other camera here.
Okay.
Well, hello, folks. Today is 9/9. Today's Monday. I got a call that brought me up here to Wichita. Y'all know Brian from one of my other videos that I've shot. Anyway, I was talking to him on the way up here, and he got a ball joint thing that broke. So I met him over here so I can record him. That way his bosses can get on him for doing it wrong. But the customer here, he backed out of his driveway, and the lower ball joint, as you can see here, broke on him.
Do not get my freaking plumber's crack in the video.
No. Anyway, it broke on him, and so the owner come out, he tried to jack it up, as you can see, because he was hoping he'd be able to scoot it over out of the road, but it's not going to happen. So what Mr. Brian is going to do today here is he's just going to pick it up and put it in the man's driveway for him.
Yeah, I'm just going to get this wheel off first. Get the scan up underneath there.
Now don't judge Brian, because you know, every place, every company has different ways they want their employees to do things.
Is that jack completely maxed out? Is jack all maxed out, or can it go up higher? Go however you can. Okay.
Makes it a little more complicated because you know the customer's got a jack underneath of it, so there's different ways you got to do things. But like I said, don't judge him. This is what my main goal is. To eventually to be able to do this where I can travel around to different parts of the country and record tow truck drivers doing their jobs. Because like I keep saying, every area, every city, every town, every country, every state's got different ways they have to do things. Now if it'd been me, I'd have just put my tow truck underneath the ass end of it and I just lifted her up and drug her on.
Broke, ain't it?
Oh yeah, she's definitely hurting. And for you folks that don't know that, ball joints always break when you're going real slow. It's usually when you're turning the corner or pulling in or out of your driveway.
Always.
That's when they usually break.
That's about usually the most that usually the most time that they break is when we do them.
You're either going real
slow through a driveway or through a parking lot and snap.
Yep. A word of advice to you folks out there, if you have one ball joint break, when you go to fix that, go ahead and replace the other side too.
That's right.
Because usually within a month, the next side drops on you too and breaks. And you're doing it again. But like I said, I was talking to Brian on the way up here. And as you can see, I got a BMW on the back of him, a BMW aristocrat car, you know, them kind of cars on my truck, and he was gonna meet me over there and visit with me, but he got something a little bit more fun for me to do. There's his Dodge. Anyway, you know, he's up here in Wichita. He works for Kids Tow. They got a place down there in Olathe too. His brother or sister shop, however you want to say it. Now, I was getting ready to ask him a stupid question here. Is this really your guys' uniform you guys wear out here in public?
That's right. That's our uniform.
You know, it does say Kids Tow right on his arm, but...
Yep. There it is. It's sitting on the skate now.
Mm-hmm.
This is
go ahead.
This is how we set our skate on the control arm. If you can see here, the control arm sitting in this channel on the skate here. That way it won't move, go back and forth. And we're getting ready to put the bed down, and I'll demonstrate how this works.
See, ain't that pretty slick? He took the tire off so that way it doesn't damage the car. Rule number one is you don't want to damage people's vehicle.
Exactly right. Every time.
If you do that, your boss is going to be really pissed off.
Yeah. True story.
And it depends on your boss. You might not have a job by the end of the day. Do what?
That's one way to do it, ain't it?
Yeah?
Yep.
Whenever you drive a tow truck, every time you pull up to a scene, you always get a crowd coming to see what you're doing.
Every time.
So if you're driving a tow truck, don't pull down your pants and take a pee on the street, because somebody is watching you, trust me.
You guys don't record everything, do you?
No, I'm actually out of Kansas City. I come up here and know him, and I run a YouTube channel.
Oh, do you?
Life of a Tow Truck Man.
I'm sure you get into some interesting.
Oh yeah. Well, see, in
What's your YouTube channel?
Life of a Tow Truck Man.
Or Tow Truck Man?
Yep.
I'll have to check you out.
We'll see in every town, every state, all across the world, everybody's got different regulations they have to go by when they're doing this job. And up here, they got different rules and stuff they got to follow. Look, Brian's trying to steal the car, look. He's trying to steal the man's car. It ain't gonna turn, Brian. It's right up on the oil pan, that drive line is.
Well, yeah, this one here. I'm just gonna get that one straight.
I got you. Stand back out of the way here. I have actually never seen that kind of skate work before. You know, actually, that's pretty slick. You know, you've seen the plastic skates I use. Big old chunk of wood like that. Oh, it looks good.
Yep, perfect.
That's pretty slick.
Stop every once in a while and kind of check it to make sure that skate's sitting in there properly.
He was saying he likes to stop here once in a while and check it to make sure it sits in there perfectly. That's pretty slick, actually. I might have to invest in something like that.
Front bumper dragging.
Get right there to it, bud. You're right on the edge of it. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was gonna see if he was gonna scrape up the man's bumper, but he's gonna do something else now. I see he's using the skates I use all the time.
Yep, these are good skates. They slide. Spot me, Donald?
So you put that skate underneath there, let it slide on the concrete asphalt, so it doesn't hurt it any.
Sometimes the bumper drag, you just gotta be real slow about it.
Hey, you're looking good, bud.
Oh yeah. Kind of like that CV axle is kind of holding it in place right now.
Yeah, it sure is.
You can kind of see the CV axle a little bit.
Dragging the hole all the way across it now.
Oh man.
What I would do, right?
Probably stand the
I
bed
just
up
lift
a
the
little
whole
bit.
bed up. That's what I would do. And see, when you break your ball joint, there's really no way around it. I mean, you try to do as best you can to get them up on there, but sometimes you just can't. Take your bed and take your whole bed up. Okay. Whole bed. It'll come right up on the cradle, bud. Trust me. Okay, now go back down for a second. Lift the whole bed up. Lift the car up. Build you up a little bit. Take this thing right here. You got something else in there, another block or something to sit up on top of there? Or just put it in the driveway like that? That's what I would do.
Let's go ahead and stand the bed up a little bit.
That's what I would do.
Stick a strap on it, make sure it don't move.
Exactly what I would do. There, you're just gonna back it right in the driveway.
Yep.
As you can see, folks, lifted the bed up. It's sitting right on the cradle, on the front cradle of the car. It ain't gonna hurt it at all. And there's no sense of tearing up the car. Now, if he was gonna go down the road and do something else, you know, that we'd do it a different way. But like you said, he's just right here and he's gonna go right there in that driveway. Be the best way to do it. And see, when he backs it in here, he'll be able to use his bed. He'll get it right where he wants it. Just let the bed down and the car can sit right there. And he can just drive from underneath of it.
That's right. And now we're just going to set this emergency brake. Turn Stop there, okay,
This work?
Donald?
Oh yeah, perfect, bud. Perfect. Yeah, come on back a little bit. It's hard not to get involved. I'm not the kind of person to just sit around and watch somebody else do something. Not that kind of person. Sorry, I know the sun's right in the shine of this thing, but you know, trying to do the best I can here. Go back up, back up. And bring it on in here. That's it. Now what we're gonna do here, folks, please. We'll scoot the shaft out of the way here because we do not want that going up in oil pan. You're good, brother. Come on down, slowly. Oh. Go back up. That CV shaft wants to go in the way. Yeah, up a little bit. Go up a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Let me scoot this brick underneath her a little bit more. All right, go down. Go on down with it. Just like that.
I think your bed got caught on that block a little bit.
Probably.
That's all right though. Perfect. Sometimes you got to beat and bang on them a little bit, I guess. The used car, no biggie. Okay. We're gonna stick this thing back up in park.
Yeah, make sure she's in park. Take the emergency brake off. You still got your cable hooked to it, so.
Yep.
And just unstrap her. Like I said, folks, it's hard to stand by.
That's good there.
Just unstrapping her here. Okay, now he's just gonna drive from underneath. Let me get on the other side here. More. More. Good.
That, my friend, is how we do that.
Bring the bed back. And that's how you do it, folks. See, it's a lot easier when you got two people doing it. When you're doing it by yourself, it takes a little longer. You see, we didn't tear up the man's car at all. It's the most important thing. And it's sitting on a brick here. And the other good reason for that is because I'm sure he's probably gonna fix this himself, and the car's already in the air for him, so he's not struggling trying to fight to get it in the air. But you know, I've seen where the ball joints break and the whole fender gets torn up, and everything in here gets torn up. But he just got a little bit of damage, so he got off lucky. Yep, everything looks good to me. Bud, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bud. It's nice meeting you, hon.
Thank you.
Like I said, look up on YouTube as Life of a Tow Truck Man.
You guys be on YouTube.
Yeah, you'll be on there probably tonight or in the morning.
Okay.
Thank you, folks.
One of my best friends. Thumbs up for you.
Thank you, bud. Appreciate you. And that's how you do it. Well, like and subscribe. That's how Kids Towing does it in Wichita.
Even though it could be some kind of a pain in the feet.
Anyway, y'all remember Brian. Give him a like. Give him a thumbs up. For Kids Towing. They're a damn good shop. And they got real nice equipment. And if Brian turns his back, I might take some of his stuff off his truck for mine. You know, like that. You know, like that wooden skate right here.
That's ball joint skate.
That thing is pretty slick. To be honest with you, I've been doing this most of my life, and I've never seen one like that. So, like I said, when Brian turns his back, you know, we're gonna do what original tow truck drivers do. We just take everybody else's stuff. Thank you guys. Like and subscribe. You know what to do.